During the Manchester Derby on October 2, 2022, Sean Fox, a notorious drug lord, faced a brutal assault. Two armed men entered the Donegal Celtic Sports and Social Club in West Belfast, bypassing several civilians. Fox, a father of two and frequent visitor, was targeted while enjoying a beverage. This deliberate and fierce attack saw the assailants shoot Fox, even as he collapsed. At the time of the murder, police released images of the hooded hitman calmly walking into the Donegal Celtic Football Club on Sunday, October 2nd, and then just 21 seconds later, running out after shooting their victim 20 times. Despite being warned of the price on his head, Fox, a former football player, disregarded police advice to change his routine. Unfortunately, it eventually led to his demise. How does this story pan out from this point? And how does this connect to the rise of the Tarmacer gang in Belfast? Let's find out. The attackers of Sean Fox remained unidentified, and a £20,000 reward is offered for information leading to their capture. Police investigation shows that there was a similarity with another murder just 10 months earlier, where two gunmen shot dead Mark Hall. There's clearly a similarity in modus operandi, the recklessness of the gunmen, the brutality of the murders, the number of shots fired, the willingness to kill people in front of witnesses, said Detective Superintendent Eamon Corrigan. After the murder, the pair made their way through the Lenadune estate, and CCTV picks them up again on the Glen Road before they disappear. The Glen Road is where they were first spotted on the bikes before they murdered Mr. Fox in the club around a mile away. Police are working through thousands of hours of CCTV footage to try and connect the dots. They are suspected to be part of the ONH, a small offshoot of the Irish Republican paramilitary group akin to the NILA. While the ONH publicly condemns drug trafficking, they reportedly profit from it by charging dealers for the right to operate in West Belfast. Interestingly, Fox's murder wasn't the first daylight execution linked to the ONH. On December 4, 2018, Fox's associate Jim J.D. Donegan was killed outside his son's school in West Belfast at about 3 p.m. The 43-year-old drug dealer was in his red Porsche near St. Mary's Grammar School awaiting his 13-year-old son when a lone shooter, undeterred by nearby children, approached and shot Donegan 8 times before escaping. This shocking act unfolded in front of the terrifying children and parents, with Donegan's son narrowly missing witnessing it. Surveillance showed the killer had been monitoring Donegan at the school before the attack. Sources suggest Donegan was targeted by the same hitman as Fox. In a joint operation by the ONH and INLA, punishing him for not meeting their extortion demands. Money, drugs, extortion, and revenge. All motives in the mix for these well-planned underworld slayings. At the time of his death, Donegan, along with Fox and an unnamed associate from East Belfast Short Strand, was implicated in distributing cocaine from Dublin across Belfast. The third person, still unidentified due to ongoing legal proceedings, faces charges for importing significant quantities of cocaine into Northern Ireland. For the purpose of this video, let's refer to this key figure as Nolan, alongside Donegan and Fox. Nolan played a central role in a group known as the Marbella Gang. This gang, originating from West Belfast and the Short Strand in East Belfast, was notorious for displaying their wealth. They had close ties with Marbella, a city in Spain, then under the influence of the Kinahan cartel. Dealing in cocaine from South America, this cartel supplied the Marbella Gang, which included Donegan, Fox, and Nolan. In return for the right to distribute this cocaine in West Belfast, they regularly paid substantial sums to the ONH and INLA. Now let's introduce a younger gang from West Belfast, the Tarmacer, into the narrative. They played a crucial role in the local distribution for the Marbella Gang. Known for their reliability and discretion, the Tarmacers were largely comprised of members from a single West Belfast family. They preferred to operate behind the scenes, avoiding the limelight, but actively participated in the street-level distribution that Marbella Gang avoided. However, they had one strict rule. They wanted no part in the Marbella Gang's conflicts and troubles. Following Donegan's death in 2018, Nolan emerged as the leader in the Dublin-Belfast cocaine trade. Within Dublin's criminal underworld, he gained notoriety as the top cocaine supplier. Lavishly spending his earnings, he indulged in extravagant holidays with Sean Fox and squandered substantial sums at betting shops. By 2021, Nolan's debt to the Kinderans, the cocaine suppliers, had surged to £500,000, equivalent to about 20 kilos of cocaine. In September of that year, the Kinderans, losing patience, dispatched hitmen to Nolan's Lisbon residence. Luckily, he spotted them in time and made a hasty escape through the back door. Now, deeply fearing for his life. Desperate to clear his £500,000 debt, Nolan hastily began collecting dues from smaller details to whom he supplied cocaine. Meanwhile, the relationship between what remained of the Marbella gang and the Kinderans was deteriorating. Despite this, Fox and Nolan continued their cocaine trade in Belfast. Unbeknownst to Fox, as he leisurely enjoyed his drink on that fateful afternoon in December of 2022, the INLA and the ONH had marked him for their own agenda, fully aware of his dealings with the Kinderans. Fox mistakenly believed he was safe, having always paid his protection money punctually, a miscalculation that ultimately cost him his life. Following Fox's murder, rumors circulated that the £10,000 protection money he believed was paid to the ONH wasn't being remitted. Whether true or not, this event prompted Nolan to hastily vacate a caravan park in County Down. During Nolan's seclusion, the leader of the Takis, a skilled mixed martial artist, saw an opportunity. In October of 2021, he traveled to Dubai, where Daniel Kinahan and his group were based. Despite mounting international legal pressure, the Kinahan cartel maintained direct connections with South American cartel leaders, acting as intermediaries in the criminal underworld, linking European gangs with South American suppliers. Even with sanctions imposed in April of 2022, cutting off their legitimate income sources, the cartel remained deeply entrenched in drug trafficking. Upon the Takis leader's arrival in Dubai, the Kinahan had already severed ties with the Marbella gang, leaving Belfast's lucrative cocaine supply contract available. The Takis seized this opportunity. After successfully negotiating with Daniel Kinahan's senior lieutenant, Jay McGovern, the Takis boss returned home, his deal secured. It soon became evident that the Takis had assumed control over the cocaine trade in Belfast. Since aligning with the globally notorious Kinahan cartel, the Takis, now their extension, refused to pay protection money to any local groups. In 2022, Nolan was imprisoned for having £92,000 of criminal money, alongside facing charges for importing large quantities of cocaine into Northern Ireland. With Donegal and Fox gone and Nolan incarcerated, the Marbella gang disappeared, creating an opportunity that the Takis quickly filled. In under 2 years, their leader elevated the family-run gang from minor street dealers to the top wholesale cocaine distributors in Northern Ireland. Impressively, this was accomplished without yielding to the same Republicans linked to the deaths of notable figures like Sean Fox, J.D. Donegal, Warren Crenn, and enforcer Mark Hall. In recent years, the Takis have skillfully navigated a complex landscape, adeptly avoiding the media and the police service of Northern Ireland, or PSNI. Capitalizing on the Marbella gang's mistakes, they smoothly transitioned from small-time sellers to reliable partners of the Kinahans. However, with the uncertain future of the Kinahans' freedom, the Takis' meteoric rise in West Belfast streets could face a sudden challenge. Only time will reveal the outcome. For similar videos, don't forget to check out the ones on your screen.